Scary Dave! It's been a while! Goodness me. I got distracted. Listen, why are people always uploading their best videos when I'm trying to stream on the Friday? I'll never know. I'll never know. I'm so close to the end of this video. Alright, so, sorry about that. Sometimes it's easy to get distracted. So easy to get distracted. So easy to get distracted by the little things in life. Like videos about ancient videos on ancient video games you've never played. That are, God, the Dagger of Amun-Ra is turning out to be like a clusterfuck of like, man. Was it just that hard to make video games back in the day, or did they not even try? Oh, damn. Ugh. Also, quick tip. Don't read two fics that are fundamentally about the same thing at the same time. Reading this in Ghost in the Snoot is making my head spin! It's making my head spin! Oh. I'll be like, where's the ghost? Where did this fang ghost go? Fic, did you forget about it? You just forget that there's a ghost fang now? Man, I have some big opinions on Ghost in the Snoot. You should have seen that video. The first one should have gone up, which is mostly me complaining about opening sentences. But I have some serious issues with how that starts off. Not the story, let's be clear. I'm actually really content and happy with how fundamentally shit's happening, and I'm caught. I'm caught in the web. But I do have some major issues with this man's verb conjugations and just oh, I do stand by something that I bring up that's rather important in that where I just complain thing. I do feel that both Wani and Snoot have a serious issue with, like, the setting is hilariously boring, despite the fact that it clearly wants to be a little more than that. Like I said, it often flirts with racism and just ignores the issue. And the bigger problem I have is that neither of them starts off nice and punchy. Both start off with this extraordinarily boring introduction of like, man, I sure am a guy. I looked at the Snoot game one, and the Snoot game one's like, that's not great. But let's look at the Wani one, because I didn't look at the Wani one at the time. I'm not recording it. We're not on the clock. We're not on the clock. We can look at this. Yeah, it starts off with the fucking jacks. I get it. You're trying to introduce character elements. I get it. But for fuck's sake, can you sell me on the fucking plot we're going for? Because there's a lot more going on than this. And I feel like part of the problem is that Wani, very much the demo chapter, I'm going to stick by this until the end of my days. The fucking first 3 chapters in Wani Hug really feel like they needed a rewrite instead of sticking to what the demo was. Like, I get it, man, but that demo does not align with the rest of the story in any way. It's weirdly dreamy and optimistic, and the rest is, like, depressing as fuck. It's like, what are you doing? Oh. Oh. Kind of flopping on the floor here. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I'm in a weird place, and I'm just mad about things. And again, the settings are so boring. I get it. It's like modern day life and everything. But it's modern day life, and it's just different enough that it's kind of like... the way I feel is like if you're reading a comic, and it's like everyone is an animal person. And you're like, oh, does that mean anything? And it's like, nah, that's just animal people. But for every intent and purpose, it's human. And I'm like, okay, cool. But there are also humans. Yeah, there's also humans. That are just actual... Yeah, that are just actual humans. I say that, and I would like to point out that one of my favorite authors, Martin Toner, does do that. That is literally how that world works. But I think it gets away with it because, for one, that setting is fucked up and weird in other ways. Like, it feels to me like the reason he did all the animal people thing, the reason there's so many animal people and there's, like, weird in-betweens and also still humans, I guess? Maybe? Question mark? is because it's trying to go after fairy tales like the Fox Renard and all that. It's trying to go after that vibe, which is fair enough. One of the most I do like the two of the like biggest humans that I can recall from that are the guy who does black magic and the guy who paints fucking nutso. It's great. It's fucking great. I mean, I guess there's Pepos Tinaco, but that guy, he's not human. He's an elemental, as he's often called, and I love that fucking guy. And I guess that's Dr. Purvatowski, but Purvatowski is a professor, and we all know that scientists are not normal people. They've sacrificed themselves on the altar of science, because we all know that science is really just a religion in disguise. We all know, we don't talk about, we all know that science did not destroy religion, it simply became one. That's how the saying goes. The more you stare into the abyss, the more the abyss starts to dress like you and steal your wallet and perform identity theft. We all know, and I don't want to hear otherwise from anyone. I'm not interested. I'm a scientific man, but I do not care for the evidence. Like any good scientist would. I forgot, Jesus fucking Christ, how long that introduction is. And how little of it actually sells me on anything. Like, Inko's intro is so bad. It's just... all I'm saying, right, is... For a story that fundamentally is about character drama and everything, Inko is so ambivalently boring. And I guess, I get it, that's the fucking point. But what are you doing that the person we're following in your story is like the most boring man alive? It's not the point that he's the most boring man alive. That's not even the story. In which case I'd be fine with it. It really feels like the story wants to be focused on Olivia because she has way more fucking energy. God damn it, Inko. Why are you the centerpiece? I get it, it's because it's supposed to be about smooching. But then give me a character that I'm just going, oh, I wanted this guy to smooch. I feel like Inko could kiss anyone and it'd be fine. With Anon, there's this element of, like, Anon shouldn't be kissing anyone, not even his mom. But with Inko, it's like, fucking hell, man. At least, like, they do the same thing right. They both do the same thing. And it doesn't work in Wani for some reason. Because in Wani, he gets pushed into the glass cabinet and he sees Olivia come by. Olivia never fucking does that again, by the way. Olivia never fucking rides off into the sunset ever again. And, like, she never acts like that. She never looks like that. The art's kind of different. Probably because it's animation's harder to... But... like, that introduction does not work for what Olivia is and for what their relationship is. Like, ugh, the metaphor that breaks down. But with Anon, he walks up the stairs, there's everyone around, and he sees her, and she looks at him in contempt. And it's like, that's perfect, because everyone fucking hates Anon. It's not special. It's just that Anon is a little perv, and he sees a nice girl. And that, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I understand Inko. I know what his plot is. I know what his point is. But I have become increasingly like, Inko is like the worst fucking protagonist you can write. My god, that man will not shut up. He has nothing to say. He's not interesting. And like, I get it. But if that's the joke, then why is it 20 chapters? Jesus. You made your point before I was done with the first. I feel, right, that you could get so much more done with Wani if you move up the bit, like, if you had a Yatakan die earlier, you could have the story be about Inko, like, this idea of, like, oh, I want to date her, but she's, like, depressed, and I probably shouldn't. Like, that feels wrong, and I can never relate to this relationship she had. And Inko is, like, running into life real damn fast, like, he thought, oh, it's gonna be a great year, and he just slams into that fucking wall. That'd be great and interesting. And he's like, I try to think my way out, but it does, like, I can be an optimist, I can think about the movies, it doesn't work. Instead, it happens so late in the story, and that by that point, you've got... Inko is right. Oh. Apparently Wani Game was like 18 times worse, and I just shit myself thinking about that. I want to read it just so I hate myself. It hasn't updated in a while, though. I just... Anyway. Let's go read something that's actually somewhat good. Actually, before we get started, as I start the recording, in order to be fair, after all my complaining about like how Inko is a terrible protagonist, and that one starts off way worse, let's look at the opening lines of Bad Apple. Does Bad Apple start off good? None of this matters. Lisa, what I wish I could believe. You know, that's not half bad. It's not bad. It's not boring. I'm not snoozing and cruising, as they say. Let's compare the two, actually. Opening paragraphs. Oh, I believe it's nothing more than a setback, a bump in the road, a trial of... that is such a great way to set it up. You know, it's character desperate to convince himself of, you know, none of this matters. That's what I want to believe, and he talks to himself about it. And then he talks about the message boards. I like that we're just digging a nice big fat hole for this poor guy. Just slap on the ass, he's falling down. And in the other one, it's like, my eyes slowly opened. My usual routine of mornings began nothing consistent. And it starts with him waking the fuck up and like, oh my god, what a slow opening. The funnier part about this, by the way, is that Ghost in the Snoot starts off. Oh, it's a Ghost in the Snoot. I thought it was Ghost in the Snoot. Whoops, I forgot the article. That one starts off with Anon in the hospital, and it shouldn't because I don't think it hasn't done anything with it yet. Like, Ruby gets name dropped, and I'm like, who fucking cares? How could she ever come up in the story again? Why would you crowbar her back in? She's like a person from like the tragedy of his life, and she's not related to the whole ghost shit, right? Unless she's a ghost hunter, which would be fucking hilarious, and I'm all behind that, buddy. Up top if you go that way. But otherwise, I'm gonna leave it at that. I like that. Listen, I'm always a bit on just quoting the original, but here it works. Bad Apple knows how to start. All I'm gonna say is that Arlok didn't learn as much. Also, for those who haven't seen Ghost in the Snoot yet, Ghost in the Snoot does not know how to conjugate verbs for future tense. A lot of characters talk about stuff in like a... Hold on, let me see if I can find one. I know there's one that's gonna, like, wake up. I think I can look for a wake up. Here we go. Here we go. So, I was still mad, of course. We'd have a hell of a long talk when I did finally wake up. But after... What are you talking about? Fang is talking about future tense here. Fang is talking about, I am still mad. Because you still are. And also talks about himself in past tense when he is. And then she's like, oh, we'd have a hell of a long talk. We'll have. We will have. It is future fucking tense, Fang. You are in the moment talking about the future. Why are you talking in past tense? This is not... You are not recalling events to someone. Ugh, my stomach just threw up. Because I'm too agitated, not because this is especially bad. Don't think like that. Where was that fucking line from Anon that just fucked me up? Where Anon's like, oh no. I was. I mean, admittedly, that's a very common conjugation setup for verbs. Oh, here we go. If I was stronger, maybe I would have the courage to go down there and let Ruben tear me apart. Use my head like a Rubik's Cube, as he said. He had said. Why not as he said? But I didn't. More than anything, everything that happened solidified to one singular truth for me. I was a coward. You are a coward! You are literally standing there reminiscing about the fact that you should go down there and you don't. Like, why is it past tense, Arlok? Why is it past tense? How could you be this stupid? I don't get it. This man does not understand future tense, and it's hilarious to me. It's also making me so goddamn angry. I'm 2 seconds from just shitting my pants. Whatever. Let's get to Bad Apple, Chapter 2. Which, as I said, is written a little better. I'm still coughing. I don't know when this is going to go away. I was sick for like a few days, and it's just been sticking around. Maybe I got long COVID. Who knows? Another day, another attempt of trying to go 6 hours without wanting to blow my brains out. Honestly, if I have long COVID because of that fucking vacation, I am so... That is so on fucking brand for how much of a fucking mess that was. Goddamn. After a relatively uneventful and long walk, I finally approached the school. Not particularly bothered by how late I am. It's a particularly... don't use particular... Oof. Ease up there, buddy. It's a foggy day out, as this... Why is that an as? Why are you using as? Like, it's a foggy day out. And then as the... That's not contemporaneous in that way. As the clouds enshroud the guy, giving a degree of eeriness commonly seen in horror movies. I like how this guy is basically repeating the opening chapter of Snoot, but like a little different. Also, if Anon... Wouldn't he be like, oh man, I remember that time I talked about like it was a Doom mod and it turned into one. Like my girlfriend shot everyone, pistol start only, Mike Tyson run baby. A thought occurred to me to stop me in my tracks. What do I just noticed is not now? Didn't see when I... Wait. Why don't I remember leaving my apartment this morning? Oh, I forgot. He last time he got picked up by Rosa and Stella. And as far as I'm concerned, we went a little quickly, a little fast. Maybe should have had a chapter break in there somewhere. But what do I know? What do I know? I'm liking this so far. I like Snoot, Ghost in the Snoot for being a little goofy, for having a little weird time, for being a little out there. And I like this one because honestly, I don't know, I'm just vibing, man. even if I prefer it when things are a little more interesting. All I'm saying, right, is that if you in your opening page cannot give me an interesting character or give me an interesting setting, if you can't get to the point in a page, you don't have a point, and you need to rewrite your story. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I get it, you're fan fiction. You can get away with a lot. You can pretend you're DLC and not bridge any gaps, but come on, man. Come on. Anyway, he doesn't remember leaving his apartment because we also have spooky ghosts, but in this Anon's case, they are not really spooky ghosts. Anon gets Fang as his stand. Why is only Fang a spooky ghost? What did Nasser do that he doesn't deserve to be a spooky ghost? Shouldn't Naomi be a spooky ghost? She's like the perfect person to become a spooky ghost. I still have unfinished business. I need to file my taxes. Also, in this one, Anon does get haunted by spooky ghosts, but they are just his brain fucked up, I think. They're more like shadows than ghosts. Huh, weird. I like this. This is such like... This is like what dream logic is right? Is you just like, it's fine. Anon gets his dad as stand user. Ugh. Nasser, that's embarrassing. It's your dad. Not even your mom. Ugh. I've been going closer and closer to the school, but a buzz emanates from my pockets, beckoning me to grab a phone. Why are you using such big words? Stop talking bigly. A text from Fang? Control of my... Oh, wait. What the actual fuck? Something is very wrong here. I don't have a SIM card. How am I receiving messages? I approach the building's entrance with a feeling of uneasiness and dread. I'm glad you brought those with you. The closer I get to the door, the more I notice a disturbing lack of noise from the school. Sure, class had already started, but still, it's usually louder than this. Usually we hear the teachers, or a late person shuffling through the halls. As my hands grip the door handles, why are you grabbing both? Anon, why are you such a dramatic bitch? Just open the one door! Jesus! Every instinct in my body telling me to turn back and run as far as I can. At the same time, my mind is telling me to enter and investigate the building. After receiving that cryptic text from Fang, Anon, you're a horror game protagonist. How did this happen to you? I can't believe Anon turned into a fucking horror game protagonist. What a poor guy. Poor fucking guy, huh? Still on hospital drones. I don't... It's not the time for that one. There we go. Nipple baby stando dada. What the hell are you doing, son? I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't like Naomi that much. Does this mean you have feelings for me? No, of course not. All I'm saying, Dad, is that I had to haunt someone, and I figured you'd probably be the worst guy to haunt. What? You know, it's like I need someone who actually can solve my problems, and you seem good for it. A nosy of the snoot descent. Anon, hide in the locker! Do it! Well, no more turning back! Welp, I guess I opened the door. I might as well walk into this hellhole and die. I opened the door as entering the school because I'm a dramatic bitch baby. Inko opens the door, opens both doors, and you don't. My eyes close as my nose instantly struck with the overwhelming smell of wet ozone. The smell that everyone knows. Isn't wet ozone the smell of, like, electrocution, though? Like, the smell of blood is like iron or rust, because, you know, the hemoglobin and stuff. Anon would trundle on through. He would, like, put his arm against him, like, his way through, which is why he doesn't open both. It's too much effort. When my eyes finally open, I'm greeted to the side of the school's hallway. A place I found myself from here with... Jesus Christ. No, this line is a slog, man. It's also one big sentence. Why can't you just have it be more dream logic and have him teleport to the respective hallway where things are happening? Oh, there we go. It is happening. My school's hallway now reduced to a corridor of corpses. You missed a space there. A sinking feeling grasps my heart in horror as my mind begins to process the image in front of me. That's a lot of corpses. It's almost like I'm in a metaphorical shadow realm of my dreams. Well, time to pick up a shotgun and start fighting metaphysical representations of my nightmares. Anon, you dork, that's metaphor, it's not metaphysical. What do I know? I'm not that smart. Unlike Inko, I didn't even watch the videos. Amid the sea of red, the remains of countless of my classmates lay across the floor. I like that in Ghost in the Snoot, they do point out that not everyone's fucking dead. It's kind of weird if they were. Also, I finally realized that apparently, yeah, Fang did have a reload because there are more than 6 bodies. If we include Fang and Anon. Well, if we include Anon, I guess there's more than 6 shots fired. Unless Fang strangled someone to death, which I'm also perfectly okay with. Let's see if remains of countless of my classmates. I like how you call them your classmates instead of just other students or something. All the lights from their eyes completely gone. Oh no, this isn't real. This isn't real. This isn't real. Well, no more turning back. Fuck off. I love the tonal dissonance we're going for here. It's fucking terrible. No. No! A cry emerges from the hallway ahead of me before being cut off by a loud gunshot. Oh, God, no. They're using that stupid laser gun that goes... The shot startled enough to make me lose my balance and trip over one of the bodies, falling face first into the puddle of blood. Man, you do not want to go into a charnel pit, my man. That ain't... This is not pleasant. Especially if the charnel pit's already wet and, like, cold. But not that kind of cold. Like, there's digestion and fermentation happening on the surface. But the surface is, like, cold because it's wet and not as exposed to all the fermentation happening. Like, the heat gets trapped inside, but the outside is kind of like, ugh, mushy and swampy. And like you think the skin is going to hold, but then you sink right through. All I'm saying, Anon, is... well, no more turning back. God damn it. Like, did this man even know he was writing a good joke? It's a fantastic joke. Like, it's the well that does it, right? I feel like if you went with, I guess there's no more turning back, it feels way more like he's confronting his nightmares. But well is so goddamn casual. Anon, stop dressing business casual to your girlfriend's massacre. Now's not the time to be sharp. I emerge like I'm performing at the Olympics, my greatest. And he does like a little spin in the blood. I emerge trying to regain my breath while wiping away the blood from my face. How deep is that fucking puddle like your nose didn't break? As I could see more clearly, my eyes are caught by a body laying face down on my right, noticing the floral green jacket riddled with bullets. So Fang just sprinkled some bullets on him? Like they sprinkle crack on black people to frame them? Just sprinkle a little crack on him. Just sprinkle some bullets on Nasser, everyone will think he's dead. God damn it. It's not cranberry sauce. This is crack cocaine. Nasser, I knew you were dark-scaled, but I didn't think they'd do this to you. Wasn't your dad a cop? None of this makes sense. Oh, and then Nasser's corpse, like, the bones crack as he slides into place. The skin tears around the neck because it's grown taut from dehydration and brittle as a result. And he's like, Anon, you're going woke. God damn it. Nasser! I don't need to turn the body over to know it's him. Nasser's the only man I know who has such jacked shoulders and such handsome eyes. There's nothing I can do. I've turned my... You returned... What do you mean you returned your fucking direction? What English is this? I turned to the source of the scream. However, the bodies lay in front of me all became surprisingly familiar. Naomi? Actually, I'm okay with Naomi being dead. That's fine. Rosa? Oh, I'm a little more upset about that. Spears? Actually, I kind of should have seen Spear Cummings, but I'm moderately upset about that one. Anon! The critical race theory is already in your blood. There's no escape. Anon like looks at another body and goes, oh no, my intersectional senses are tingling. And Nasser's like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not up to code on this stuff. Listen, when Fang came through here, she only gave me like a couple of tips. I don't know what to do. Nasser told me we don't snitch on the real ones. It can't be Spears, because the bullets would see him and crawl back into the barrel. Holy shit, Spears, you have like 50 bullet holes. I'm still alive, Anon. Pick me up. How are you still alive? Anon, sometimes a man's gotta be a man. He gets up and puts his hand on my shoulder. I tried to navigate the bloodied corridor. Oh wait, it's all horrible. I'm waking up right now. I tried carefully to avoid tripping or stepping on my former classmates. More and more of the victims become familiar. What do you mean familiar? You mean they turn into familiar faces? Because that way more clear in what's happening. Read! I can't believe it. The bullet between the eyes. I mean, admittedly, he probably would just stand there like an idiot. Pick me up, I have a rig. Anon, I've beaten this game several times. I have the strongest form of the ray gun. We might just stand a chance. But Spears, aren't you, like, physically strong? Anon, melee combat sucks. I don't like it. Shut up. God damn it. Why are these people saying this to me? Oh no, it's Trish. Well, you know, I'm upset about but Trish is like, you know, you're kind of on Naomi's level. I don't really give a shit. None of this makes any sense. Trish, you were shot dead. Stop. Oh, Trish. Oh, Trish is like, go away, Anon. Oh, of course you'd pretend to be dead just to get all the attention. Where the fuck is this happening? I take a left to follow the source of the crime. The first thing I notice is how immaculate the hallway looks, contrasting to the blood bath I just exited. It's kind of weird. It's almost like everyone ran away and there's no one left to shoot, so, you know, the floor would be fine. I guess there's one more body. You know, the exception that proves the rule. Spears is watching the blood. Excuse me. The bullet doesn't dismiss you. I do. Oh. My gaze spots the puddle of blood. My gaze spots the puddle of blood leaking from the green stick of sauce in the ground, huddled against the lockers. Anon, it's been one chapter and you're already having the hots for her? Jesus Christ, you barely broke up with your older girlfriend. What the hell? Stella? Bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Super President Obama is preparing to make the major order to invade Bug Afghanistan, Oshune, for delicious oil. Man, what is going on in Helldiver? I'm all for Super Democratic Barack Obama, though. I'm all for it. That sounds fucking hilarious. He is the super president for super democracy. He won the Nobel Peace Prize, you know. My observations are cut short as both of my legs. God damn it. You know, when I got shot in real life, I got shot in one leg. But I'm too good for that. I deserve to be shot in both legs. Fang, couldn't you have shot me in both of my legs? I ran out of bullets, Anna. She ran out of bullets. She would have shot me in both legs if she had more bullets, though. I'm better than that. Causing me to fall on my knees in excruciating agony. My ears ringing from both shots. I imagine they'd be ringing from how loud you're screaming, you little baby. The impact of the fall on my shins only intensify the pain. Wah! I attempt to muster a scream, but the pain is preventing me from opening my throat further. I can only hyperventilate as searing white pain ravages my body. I hear a pair of footsteps become louder and louder. The sound of leather boats kicking against the hard floor. What the fuck? Who's making leather boats? How do you fuck this up? How do you fuck this up? Fear and sorrow envelop me. Go away, you stupid stagehands. No one likes this metaphorical part of theater anyway. Envelop me further when the figure enters my vision and turns to face me. Fang, I broke up with you. It's me and Stella now. Stella's my best friend, and I'm gonna make out with her. Go away. God damn. Oh. For some reason, I'm like, if you're gonna be super president, you need to get elected to president, and then you get elected super president. You gotta go up. It's Fang! Her eyes are bloodied and scattered with bald spots. Her rings are scattered with bald spots. Her arms are tense as she grips the revolver in her right hand. The barrel's still smoking. Fang, I told you to quit smoking. She remained still and stared me down, eyes full of hatred and malice, her body quivering with rage. And you saw her last moments. You know that she didn't look anything like that. You never saw the anger. I mean, I guess for like a minute, but you were like squealing in pain like a little bitch. So, which, you know, fair enough. Bullets hurt like hell, but I'm just saying, you couldn't make it out. Millions of emotions go through my mind. I don't even know that many emotions, but they sure are there. My eyes meet the face of my attacker. A shock, heartbreak, remorse. The feeling is almost indescribable. I mean, you gave a definite number-ish, and it's a pretty specific one. So I'm gonna say that it is perfectly describable. You're just trying to wiggle your way out of English homework today. Fang, please. I attempted to meekly mutter out. The agony making it difficult to speak coherently. Fang, I'm in agony. Can we do this later? Oh, shut up. You made me do this. You sent me a letter. You sent me the bullets. You mailed me a gun. Like, what the fuck? I was in the same room with you 2 hours ago, and you mailed me this shit on Amazon Prime with same-day delivery? Like, why are you talking like an advert? You... For just $20 a month, same-day delivery on any package. 2-hour delivery for certain products. My god, Anon. You really know how to get the most out of your Amazon Prime subscription. Ugh. I cannot take this scene seriously. I cannot take it seriously. Well, no more turning back now, you know? I'm losing my goddamn mind. I need an adult, preferably at least twice my age. And now you're gonna get what's coming to you. Well, you know you gotta do it to him. The Afterlife brought to you by Amazon. I can't believe my horrible nightmares are sponsored by Amazon. I mean, I guess that makes sense. The gunshot causes me to... Oh, I'm still alive! Found myself surrounded by the bodies of my former classmates, but rather in Rose's living room, drenched... Oh no. God damn it, who cleaned this place up? I take a moment to repress this. We need something else. I kind of need a minute, actually. And I was bringing stuff for Harem November, collecting all the stuff. Anon, this is not the way. This is not the way, Anon. Anon, please. Oh, God. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. I told them this is exactly why I try not to sleep. Dreams I've been having are only getting worse and worse. They're losing fidelity, they look like shit, the ads are getting worse. They're in shitifying my dreams. Still a... Anon, no! Anon, yes! God damn. I love that ending one. Ending A of Snoot of Wani, right? It's just the fucking street sounds. Like, even the cameraman can't be bothered to turn on the soundtrack. Now, I I have to be honest, I don't like ending A in Snoot game is fairly definitive and obvious. Ending A in Wani is weird in context because it's like halfway through the year and Inko walks off, but he's like 18 years old and he probably doesn't have any means of taking care of himself long term. So like, is he just changing schools again? Are his parents? How do his parents feel about this? I feel like Inko's parents give enough of a shit to be involved in. Like, that ending is weird and feels almost esoteric and dreamlike as a result. I wish it played into that dreamlike element a bit more to be like, Inko has lost his damn mind and none of this is literal at all. This is fucked up. I would like that a bit more than it sticking with the literal interpretation, which is that Inko just walks home that day, I guess. Which is an extraordinarily, like, I guess. It's not even an interesting bad ending. It's just like, yeah, I guess. Olivia gets fucked and Inko walks it off. Great. Protagonist always wins in this one. Like I said, I just fucking hate it. Except in ending B. I guess that's the one time one of these protagonists gets his comeuppance properly. Anyway, I'm mad. I'm angry. Like the cat with the banana. Cat no banana. Why am I using this one, not the actual? A year and a half, technically. I don't know how to feel about I Want to Hug That Gator. I feel like both of these, as I've grown and thought about writing more, I've come to realize that both of them are kind of shit in a variety of ways. Like they're cute in little ways, but I have issues with the implementation of the ending system. I have issues with how the characterization work. I have issues with the pacing and the setup and the execution of certain ideas. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Hold on. I need to say something. This is important, and you need to listen to me. I think Goodbye Volcano High has a better setting integration than anything those other two games do. For as much as I give Goodbye Volcano High shit, because it is problematic in a lot of ways, it does kind of commit to a somewhat interesting setting. Like, there are no other countries. It's implied that, like, the world doesn't work the way we know it does. Bugs are present, mammals are not as common. Like, it's clearly actually cognizant and integrating the changes it's made to the world into itself. I'm not saying it's especially good at it, and it doesn't talk about it enough for me to give a shit. I really think it undercooks itself in that regard. But it does way more than Wani or Snoot. I do think the opening to Goodbye Volcano High is really bad, though. Like, actually, it's good, but it's bad. It's bad because the music doesn't matter, but it starts off on the music. Like, it starts off on this big musical intro. Like, I get it, but, like, the music doesn't have this role in the story. But it does immediately start you off with an interesting premise of, like, there's a contest coming up. Fang hasn't told anyone yet. In that regard, Goodbye Volcano High does immediately drop you in with, like, an interesting premise of, like, young prodigy trying to make it in life, getting told that they need to try harder. We are in the story. Goodbye Volcano High gets in the fucking plot in the first page. If you ignore the music section. I seriously feel that music opening is... Like, I get it, it's supposed to be a cold open, but it's bad. I never asked, but Safi, what are your thoughts on fan games of Snoot Game like Hold On To Me and Devlog? I don't even... Listen, I've considered playing them, but I, A, don't know where to get them, and B, which is also very important, I don't know, like, would that make sense? Is that fair game? I feel like I'm going places with that. Like I'm stepping outside of things. I'm also a little nervous about playing them, okay? I've been told that Devlog apparently does, like, way more with its concept and characters, and, like, actually tries to do something with it. I haven't heard much of Hold On To Me, but I also feel that some of these have, like, they are beyond Wani and Snoot. They are not what this is and wants to be, to the point that it feels like I'm just delving into a whole nother bag of worms. Not a can. Why would you buy worms in a can? If they're in a bag, you can see them writhing around. You can verify quality. People are so fucking lame. This poor little dog. He thought he was dreaming. Aww. Oh, that cute little puppy. Oh, he smelled the jerky. I hope he does, like, the little pop up, you know, where the dog goes, "Hey!" God, this fucking dog. Get a load of that dog. That's all I got to say. Where was I? I forgot. Hoji and Spears telling protagonists to get their head out of their ass. They both also look like the kind of people that could suplex you into the ground with the greatest of ease, and you'll regret all of your life's decisions, which admittedly is perfect. Also, I'm a bit of a setting slut. I like it when the setting gets established. I've already talked about this in the other one, but it's also why I'm so fucking depressed about Jujutsu Kaisen. Out of all the manga that I've been reading of late, right? A little left and right. Like, man, that one's just so goddamn bland. Ooh. Oh, but there's curse stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that seems to exist exclusively to facilitate a fight. There's nothing else with it. Oh, it's so... Why is the protagonist such a fucking loser? Oh! I'm so tired. I think I'm gonna... Oh. God damn it. Where was it? We're making no progress. Anyway, he's awake. He takes a look around the room. Makeshift wheelchair. You don't deserve any of this. Why are they giving you another pair? I guess because you didn't have it? That's fair enough, actually. Part of me realizes that Spears is physically stronger than most dinos on the Snootverse. Again, the implication, the idea that dinosaurs are physically stronger, like on average than humans, is the kind of shedding shit that should do something to your setting. And I don't like that it doesn't. It feels so uninterested in the concept of writing and exploring something. You know? It's like, here's the idea, here's where we gotta end up, let's just get there. It feels a bit dry. That's why the bonus chapters, in general, feel so much more interesting in some ways. I'm not saying they're good, or that they should be there, as they are, because in some cases they explain stuff that really should be in the course or experience, if anything, but they do feel more exploratory and less constrained, and as a result, they tend to be more interesting writing. It's almost like any art. It's not about the sketch, it's about the process, and the finished work that rolls out the other end. Oh, whatever, what do I know? Well, I grab a hold of both crutches. Like, let me put my little beans down, right? In a setting where dinosaurs are physically stronger, they would get most of their power by exerting themselves physically into their environment. Humans, as a compensation, would probably be craftier and more cunning. They would learn to deceive and to trick and to trade and to forge alliances. They would play the diplomatic game and the long con. But we get none of that. Humans are just boring and dinosaurs are just better, which is the shittiest way to go about it. Orbiting and see how far it goes, but I get a story about how much more advanced they are in comparison to us, which is weird. Anyway, it's been a while since I used crutches. One way to makeshift legs. Okay, she learns to use crutches. Speaks her as a kitchen. This is memorabilia. We already know that. It's a memorial. Father or grandfather. Must have been very important. The D&D Human's Dilemma. You get 1 point to everything, we don't know why. Where does that extra point come from? Where does it come from? And on the wheelchair gets visited by Trish. She's about to do something messed up and says, last chance to look at me out. And it starts ringing the bell. Dude, listen, I need to do my Duolingo, and you guys are keeping me from it, okay? It's your fault that I haven't done it yet. I had to make the difficult choice, because I was already busy with all kinds of other stuff, so. Miles leaves Amora and enter the kitchen. The first thing Stella said to go to the kitchen table. Isn't it like night? I got the impression that he woke up in the middle of the night, because that's usually what happens when people have nightmares. Oh no! Spooky Fangos this year at aiming revolvers. A terrified scream causes Stella to jump in fear. Oh man, I can't believe you've the other Anon's like, I've gone crazy, my imagination is fucked up, and then this one's like, this one actually follows up on those ideas. Also, I feel like if you want to sell this to me as a reader, get rid of this. Just have the bang, right? Just immediately after this, and we're like, as a reader, wait, what? Then you just write bang, and then you have Anon scream. This is way too much description for a guy who's like panicking, freaking out, and realizing that his hallucinations might have come to life. I feel like you're using too many words when few words do good. Just saying, buddy. Now my schizo-teared outburst. Shut your bingus, Anon. I thought I didn't recognize you guys for a second. Your eyes do. Rosa, I know you grew up in a Spanish family, but white people can have mental illnesses unlike you people do. Send the spatula down. She takes a seat at the table and to convert to disrupt the goal. Rosa, actually, Stella would know a lot of Spanish if they hang out that much. Why are we describing their outfit? At all. Does not matter. Irrelevant to the proceedings. That dream made me a little jumpy this morning. Oh no, Stella's upset. Please don't talk about the dream. How would she know? Maybe Anon was going to talk about how he saw it happen. He got the bill for the hospital visit. It's so big. Oh. Today Fang turned... You know, the good old day when Fang turned Volcano High into a shooting range. You know, deeply Scott Stella. Whatever happened to them? It's such a fucking laissez-faire, blasé attitude. Jesus. Seems to mention illusion to what happened that day could upset her. But Anon, you're an asshole and an idiot. You'd never live up to the expectations of not mentioning this stuff. You'd fuck it up, because you're an idiot. And an asshole. Like, this is ending one, you don't have that considerate empathy. I know he doesn't bring it up. Está bien, Anon. I like how Rosa asks. Rosa, this leg's gonna take a few weeks to heal, buddy. Checking out Vinland Saga. It's about Vikings and stuff. About Vikings. I guess a lot can happen in 6 months. How far are we? The other one was like right after the funeral. I think this is like a couple of... Oh god, I forgot. This is why you don't read the exact same concept twice. Just get mixed up. What the hell? Dogs love using their horizontal nature to stand in front of you. Wait, fun fact. I was at the house with my boss and her son, with whom I was about to go on a date, and they have a Great Pyrenees. A big dog. One of them figures out right quick that I'm a sucker and keeps standing in front of me, using his large horizontal nature to block the door. The guy and my boss are talking to my chastity and say, no, watch this. I slowly rotate. The dog, anticipating forward motion, walks around to block me. I step backwards through the door, and the dog is left standing shocked at my escape. They, the dog owners, had apparently never thought of that. Defy the horizontal nature. Rotate. Holy shit. That's fucking brilliant. Who is this man? He's figured out the mysteries of life. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't want to think about that. That's terrifying. That's not a dog. That's a skinwalker. Man, I haven't played Vintage Story in a while. No, they can't talk about the anime because Rosa's busy. Oh yeah, Rosa's doing the 50-year thing or whatever it was. It's Monday, Monday. Everybody goes to school on Monday. Stella's gotta go home. Test for my morning class. Student counseling during lunch because she's the one who's filling in for that. With the gardening club after school. Not that I would know. I mean, you talk to Naomi, you know a little bit. Stella, what are your plans? What are you gonna do, Stella? You gonna live a life? You gonna have gonna make friends, Stella? Staying at home all day? How about you, Stella? What are your plans? What are your plans, Stella? You're just gonna be at home all day? You're gonna be a hikikomori? The voice horse after substituting coffee for oxygen. She's not choking in on. She's not that stupid. Anon can't. What am I doing today? I don't know. Anon cannot deal with the fact that he has to talk to a normal person that's like, hey, you gotta do something today, right? Oh, yeah. Estelle doesn't know either. Oh my god, I can't believe these two are gonna date and make out because they both can't decide on what to do today. These people are Phineas and Ferb incompatible. They do not know what they're gonna do today. No part of the day has only just begun. I'm sure you'll figure out what to do. But here's a condom in case you figure it out. Need to put on some clothes first. Just be as quick as you can. Lucky guess. Why are we having this comedic scene where Anon gets lost? It's because Sebastian Castillo. So, what's the deal with this dead guy? I wonder what the deal is with that. Because that's a neat little lead of like, oh, something's going on here. There's some sort of parallel, perhaps, or elements that are going to tie everything together. Or did he die during the? Was he killed in the incident? Because that'd be something. Oh shit. See, that's hiker's too cute. Ugh. So, the only reason he stumbled into that closet is so we could see that. I feel like you could put that anywhere else. Oh, no. Oh, I thought I was going after Stella, but the man is... Oh. He's looking for the drugs. Anon's looking. He needs his fix. He can't sleep without his fix. He needs a quick fix. After staring at me as if they're mocking me for not finding a treasured resource, or I'm raiding my friend's cabinet for a quick fix. Jesus fucking Christ. How fast did Stella change clothes? What the? How long did you take, Anon, to find a room and get some drugs? Jesus, Stella's fast. Man, that 5th year's got to be lonely and lame. Minutes drive. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by like thinking about writing stuff. I'm not related to this in specific. I'm just thinking about those beans, man. I'm thinking about the about those beans. Pass. It drives a bit long, but I'm gonna make a cut here. So you drive further the folk out there. Blessed Rosa lives on the outskirts of the city. It's a bit long. Why are you such a critic, Anon? It's a bit, it's a bit long. Jeez, step on it, Rosa. You might have a conversation about the anime. It's almost refreshing to see her cheer it up. It's because you're distracting her. Oh god, need fun. We got abysmal talk shit. Oh. What the fuck? Hold on. I need these just. Wait. Wait, where? It's been so long. No, it's not. Well, there's some minor issues on my end. I don't know why. How mysterious. Okay. Yummy drugs. The more side effects, the better. Kidney beans stolen from the cutest kitty paws for your enjoyment. Ugh. Alright. There's no way he could beat Goku or Naruto. Oh my god, she talks about that nerd shit. Oh, I think I'd cut the conversation right there because I could not give a shit about that. That is not how any of this works. But still says I have a conversation with a living being. It's just his screen. Is this what it feels like to have friends again? Well, you know, my girlfriend shot up a school and everyone died, but at least I made friends with people that I was already friends with, I guess. Jesus Christ. Even before coming out, I hadn't had a friend in a long time. After the incident, I came to the conclusion that friendship would once again be nothing but a distant memory to me. I prayed about trying to steal medicine from her family. And I think the fact you were able to acknowledge that was a bad thing is saying a lot already. A part of it is what this is a one-time thing to help me out of pity. Another moment ago, oh, Anon. You're so desperate for something to break up your nightmares! As the road transition from rural to urban as we make our way to the heart of there was supposed to drive me to Stella's house. The clean, with the Hydro Civic, gosh dang. What a lovely little place. Why does Stella have a garden? Isn't she too busy with anime? Like, how can Stella tend to 2 fucking gardens? With Rosa, it kind of makes sense, because it feels like that's the thing she does. But with Stella, I don't know. Rosa might, but Stella, no. Hope we can talk again sometime. Let's go see you both again. Oh, we can, you know, so we can talk. I like how this part of your brain's still alive, Anon. I feel like that part would have died from all the blood loss. I like how this man finds the time to be like, haha, girls want my number. Oh, I'm such a nerd. Why would they do it like that? Like, why would they both be this weird about it? Shouldn't Stella be, like, way more in the dumps about things? I don't know. It's like she's in the dumps and then she's not. Does she have, what is it called? Fucking bipolar now? Great! Great way to take the character. I'm on board. Oh no. Already knows about the skin row thing? Huh. I like how Nasser had problems with it, but Rosa's like, I'll just drive in there. The slums, I'm good, buddy. Nasser's just a little suburban piss baby. Jesus. I mean, I gotta... Nasser, get out of the car! Nasser, we're not stopping by your home. Get out of the car. Oh. Just scared to face the consequences of your actions. I know you were a pussy, but it doesn't look this bad. Sure, let them die too, like you did with me. I think if I was Rosa at this point, I'd take Anon to a psychiatrist. Cause like the first time, okay, he had a bad night, he slept a little poorly, but twice in the same day, and he's freaking the fuck out. This man needs help, serious help, the big help, with the big capital H. I thought I saw a bee. A bee? Honestly, if Rosa buys this, I don't know, man. Rosa is way too optimistic. Oh, it's nothing, Rosa. You know, I'm just hallucinating. I'm seeing dead people. You're not really having arguments with them as much as they're yelling at you and they tell them to leave you alone. Like, you're not really talking. Oh no, I mumble. Oh no, convenient plot contrivances. I'll tell you everything as we drive into Skin Road. Why I totally should not be in Skin Row right now. I'll hallucinate and someone will take advantage of it. Or, you know, Trish shows up and murders me. Like, I'd like to point out that they picked Anon off the ground after someone attacked and beat the shit out of him. You're just gonna take him home after that? You're just gonna leave him alone? Hold on, I need to explain to someone why the whole concept of like posting your answers in Tumblr in tags is like really kind of bad. Who would do this to Anon? It was Trish! Why did you think it was anyone else? Man, need one of those jackets with 5 belts on it. Why does your mom let you have a jacket with 5 belts? Because I'm an anime protagonist. I mean, it'd be magical if anyone has any doubts that it was Trish. Like, who the fuck... Like, I know Anon would be different because he's doubtful in the sense, you know, he'd be a little piss baby about it. But... I still see Fag every day. I get hallucinations. I see spooky ghosts, but they're not ghosts. Rosa, the setting isn't even interesting. It's so boring. There's not even spooky ghosts. I wanted to meet someone who gets rid of ghosts like the Ghostbusters. But there's no Ghostbusters because there's no ghosts. I'm so angry about that. I could have met the Ghostbusters. They were just real. It visits me to remind me of all the mistakes and how I let them die. Well, they were already dead by the time you arrived. Fang, yeah, but like Nasser and Naomi were already dead. If Bad Apple goes the paranormal route and they're actually spooky ghosts, I'm gonna high five. I'm all for it, buddy. Yeah, but like, there was nothing Anon could have done, right? Anon is in no position to help in that like, Nasser was dead. Mechanically speaking, the guy's hit points were at 0 and he was bleeding out. There's nothing he could have done. Maybe he could have hit Nasser in the chest a few times, but he would just bled out faster. You know, get the heart pumping. Nasser, all this blood. I think I know your problem. You have too much blood in you. I'm gonna give you CPR. So that all the blood spills out the hole faster. That's why I freaked out at the kitchen. I like how in the same chapter we just go, yeah, listen. Why didn't you just resolve it there? Why did we procrastinate this? Just have him ask Stella to leave. Like, you don't need to split the shit up into multiple scenes. Have it be one big fat moment. Anon, you're a cleric. Spare the dying is a level 1 catcher. Look, I'm not that kind of cleric, okay? I can help you out after, but not before. Listen, I can turn you into a skeleton, but I can't help you if your bone's broken. Anon, isn't mend bone the same spell? Listen, it's not the same if you're not a spooky ghost or an undead, okay? It doesn't work for people when there's flesh on it. Why did you learn mend bone anyway? We're like level 10 and you haven't used that spell once. You haven't seen a skeleton at all. I thought we were going to deal with more skeletons. I was going to talk to them. Anon, skeletons are mindless. Listen, I was optimistic about my odds, okay? Thought we were going to meet a nice lady skeleton. Anon, you need to talk to us about something. I don't know about this whole meeting a lady skeleton thing. God damn it, no. Oh. So, time I left the hospital. I visited the cemetery to watch Fang and Elsa's funeral from a distance, of course. Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like there's an interesting... Okay, let me stop this for a minute. There's a fun parallel you can draw here. The idea that Anon is like watching in on someone's funeral and like observing them from a distance but never really engaging, and then being haunted by the ghosts for who that funeral was, is actually a really interesting parallel to draw. I feel like you could do something with that, but I'm not that smart. Because Anon is the kind of person who, like, because he shitposts online and he trolls people, and because of how he lived, he does live as the kind of person who's living vicariously from a distance through other people, and you could make those ghosts about how someone is just constantly doing that to him. I feel like there's a really fun story there. If only I was smarter. Raises his voice from behind the wheel, brick by brick, talk by tick. Rose unbuckles her seatbelt. Oh no, she's gonna cry. I told you, Anon, this is your fault. Fang sucks. She always sucked. Why are you saying monstro? Why can't you just say monster? Like when... It doesn't... Like the words are the same! She always been. She always has been. That is... Rosa, you can't just do that. Rosa, you can't just say that someone's girlfriend was always the worst person in existence. You're alone, no mas. Fang made you suffer, not the other way around. Because Anon, you are the protagonist. You always win in the end. You always get off easy. So now we're gonna give you lots of hugs and kisses. Don't have to hide your pain, not with me. The guy who has literally lived in his head for fucking months, and you're gonna tell him, no, don't stay in your head. Like, Rosa, you got a lot of work ahead if you want to get there. We worried about you after the shooting. I'm surprised you didn't squeeze Mr. Spears for information on where he lived. Or hired like a PI. That'd be hilarious. Like a private investigator shows up at his front door, just like, hey, are you Anon? A girl called Rosa wants to see you. And Stella sees a bit of herself in you. Yeah, because you have shared interests. You have some fucking chemistry. I'm like, again, Fang does not really have all that much chemistry, and neither does Inko with Olivia. Like, it's so weird how they never really build anything between the characters that feels like they have like a logical extension of the self that connects them, a bridge between them. Pretty sure Stella enjoys gardening too. It's a love triangle. I want to kiss Rosa. Rosa wants to kiss Stella, and Stella wants to kiss me. What am I supposed to do? She's like a Hermana. Why is that uppercase? You're not German. I don't have any money. I can't afford lunch. Stella, I literally eat dried rice every day. I don't even have money for water. I just spit in the cup until I have enough. Leaving a light shade of blue across the skin. Thanks for killing my nerve endings, lady. What the hell? Marvelous. Excelsior! Apparently they're parading around Stan Lee's corpse at Comic-Con using AI. God, that man. If there's anyone in the world who is not allowed to sleep and is forced to be puppeted around like a zombie, it's apparently fucking Stan Lee for some reason. Woof. What's this? It's a little kitty. This is a little kitty. Let's see. I'm so happy. I have a date with girls. Anna lives on lukewarm water and... There is weevils in your hot dog. Well, that adds protein, Rosa. It's free protein. It just bites down on a weevil. It adds vitamins to my hardtack. One day earlier. Oh, why are we doing fucking the POV? from Trish. Those eyes look up at me, begging. They're begging you. Fucking pathetic. Wait. Shut the fuck up. Took everything from me. Just fucking die. I mean, I still have Reed, I guess, and nobody I cared about died other than Fang. And truth be told, I was mostly using Fang as a meal ticket, so like... I like how it's thud. Like, oh, that is so... Hey, you can't... Give him some smelling salts. Get the man some smelling salts, Trish. He'll wake up and you can hit him up again. Oh no, it's Rosa and Stella. Honk honk. Oh no, it's the clown police. The clown police just showed up. Honk honk. What do you call a dog that's living with a cat? Get away from me. No! I hate the clown police. They're not even funny. Fucking hell. Everyone in the ass of the Skin Row is gonna hear that. I gotta get out of here. I think most people would get though. I don't want to leave work unfinished. I wait, I don't. My suspicions, Jesus. You just had to give him one more other way out, huh? I don't speak Spanish, so I can only assume Rosa's calling me out. How are you ever going to get into the Italian mafia if you don't speak Spanish? Come on. Like, I know you're not Italian, so you're never going to get beyond the social, but come on, man. You'll never be a soldat, but you know what they say, Luigi. You know what they say. And if you don't, I'm not going to explain it. God fucking damn it. What are these conversations? They're not coming after me, but I wanted to beat the shit out of a Latino. God damn it. Fight the pain. Fight the clowns. Medic bulldozer. Oh. My suspicions come true. As my ears are good as the cracked pavement. Fuck both of them. Fuck Stella. Fuck. Didn't they attend your concert, man? Why are you so mad about it? Heavy Pentecost by Adrenaline quickly turns into rage. Why couldn't I finish the job? Why did I focus on having sadistic pleasures instead of killing this man like a... God damn it. They're never gonna hire me as an assassin now. The Dark Brother is gonna laugh me out of the room. You had the perfect chance to kill. And instead you just kept hitting him in the leg. Do you really think that's going to kill a man? You could at least sever his artery. Ah, the leg artery is perfect for that, actually. But you had to use a bat. You had to be so damn slow about it. Why couldn't I just commit murder like Fang did? Fang committed half a dozen murders, and I can't even commit one. Like, this kind of stuff, right? I'm slowly coming to the opinion that maybe this doesn't work in writing because this is basically describing a panel in a comic. And the way to do this is you just have a character describe that they're beating the shit out of their environment and just have them say the words so that we get the message, right? You don't have to write out the onomatopoeia. But what do I know? I haven't written in a while. Well, I've been doing some small stuff left and right, but I've been out of it. Man. Dropped the bat, left with exhaustion, sorrow, no friends. Family wants nothing to do. Why? Because you're associated with Fang? It feels so weird. Like, weren't you taking care of your family? Wouldn't they want to keep you around at least for the babysitting services? Job's not over yet. I got work to do. Why are you describing the kind of fucking... This doesn't matter. It's a black duffel bag. That's all we need. It's a worn duffel bag. Don't even need to know the color. The paintball mask. Wait, oh yeah, it's like November or October, right? Ugh. I like, this is way over describing what is just she gets a change of clothes. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be a little sassy bastard about this. D-A-I-A-L-I-A. I'm just being a sassy bastard. This doesn't mean anything. I'm just a little jerk. I'm just a little prick. I'm a little asshole. I'm a sniveling little prick who's gonna be the end of all of you. So in the food place, hasn't abandoned me yet. Dino Mo's. What's she saying with the fucking Italian mafia? I was just joking! Oh, wait, no, I remember this. I remember reading about this. There's so many people on Sunday night. Those are the fucking soldiers, lady. They need to talk to the big man. They need to talk to their bosses. They need to talk to their boss or talk to him. Ugh. Whole building full of people. Systems, that's okay, the flag. Ugh, I think anyone who shows up here on Sunday. I mean, to be fair, are most restaurants closed on Monday because Sunday is like the big dinner evening and they need to have a day off. Sorry, I don't think the dark borders are getting you, but you can't. No, I can't believe I got referred to someplace else. I'm not even good enough to get referred. What's this? Oh shit, it's links from your boy, Steve. It's Dave. Sorry. Why did I think Steve? No. I'm Steve. I just good to see you. Although I gotta say, you look a little bit more like a Karen every day. Well, you're the one who told me to get this haircut. I told you not to get the haircut, but you know what? I think it looks good on you. I'm surprised Dino Mo isn't fucking crying his heart out, but I guess he's used to it, you know? Risk of the business. Dark Brotherhood Juniors! God damn it. Oh my god. Dark Brotherhood Juniors. Why are there nightlights everywhere? Well, you know, the Dark Brotherhood's all dark, so we figured, you know, to be the junior department, we need to, you know, add a couple of nightlights to make it nice and safe. Dr. Eggman is yet to pay Chaotix for the services back in Sonic Heroes. Oh. Vector hasn't forgotten. What the hell? What's with this Sonic crossover and, like, deep lore? Man with more financial resource than most countries can't pay private investigator fees from years ago. Oh. I like how you implied that he doesn't have any employees, lady. He hires people for this. You know, what was it again? Like, when Anon works for Mo, he gets invited into his office. I really like that office. You sleep quite loudly, Virgo. Honestly, I thought I was at the wrong address because you sleep so loudly. My god, you talk in your sleep about how you murdered a man, you confessed to everything, you gave me geocache coordinates to where you kept the gun, and you snore like a crazy man. What the hell? And why were you saying that you killed me? I'm still alive, and then takes out a fucking knife. Oh. You better call a mortician, but not for me! Why isn't Reed answering your text? It's probably because Reed is involved in a different plot line right now. He's busy. Why can't I kill him? Because you're a loser and a coward. And also murder dramatically escalates the situation. Also, I'm pretty sure Ripley would find you and kill you for that. Like, either Ripley is the kind of guy who's like, Anon is sort of part of the family, and like he's not responsible to whatever, you know. Or he want to kill Anon himself. So either way, you're dead. Anon ruined everything. He took Fanny away from me. My best friend. Oh, you poor girl. Sorry about that. I have to deal with some time, but you know how it is. So, did you do it? Did you commit murder? Yeah, she's been working for him full time. You know, I don't do this for the money. You ever be an idiot not to take it? I guess she can make out for Auburn Ambrosia. Shut up! Trish does not talk like that. Or think like that, I guess. Trish gets invited to the Dark Brother, the Oblivion one, that's... Why does it matter, Senator? Please enlighten me with your opinion, because it's been a while since I've played either. Yeah, Lucien's neat. He's neat. Also, I like that you can kind of pick you can pick up on the fact that you're getting cheated partway through because the letter changes and like the whole thing shifts around a little bit. Like I like how it did that. Not a buddy of favor. Hopefully, he taught that punk a lesson. He won't be a problem for him no more. I don't need a hitman. Also, you're too young to be a hitman. Young hitmen are sloppy. And they always confess. Which, who was she working for that she went after Anon? Like, I can't imagine Ripley hiring this guy. I feel like Ripley would do it himself. So who would it be? Mo attempts to convince me. That's such bad writing. Because, like, I get it, that's what he's doing, but if we're in a POV, either explain how Trish feels about this internally, like what she doesn't tell him outright, or don't include it. And let us decide for ourselves that that's what he's doing. What the hell does he know? Underage... Murder and sadistic abuse of people, that's one thing. But underage drinking is where I draw the line. My life ended a long time ago, Mo. It's been a year! Jesus. Trauma queen. So that's that. I don't get why we have this whole Trish business here. I don't know why we're dealing with this. Update 6. Cool Dude said, if Trish had beaten Anon so bad, why didn't he talk about it? He only mentions feeling pain in his leg, but Trish holds him in the shed a couple of times and kicked him in the nuts, apparently. And only seems to feel pain in his leg, which is weird. Huh. I mean, it's been like a week between this, so... I am Mary trying to regain my breath while wiping away the blood on my face. Doesn't sound right. I am Mary trying to regain my breath while wiping the blood off my face. Oh, I see. I gotta admit, I mean, admittedly, this is just like a repeat of the last chapter. Honestly, we got the beat-up scene. We literally flash back for that. We got mostly the communication stuff that's already happened. I don't know. It feels like nothing really happened. It feels like nothing actually moved forward. We learned some details, but nothing moved. What if we're gonna look at the Trish flashback? Oh, we do. Well, next time, I guess chapter 3. Honestly, I don't know, man. Devil's in the details. Yep. So, let's go look at those links sent by our boy, Roy. Our boy, Roy. Our boy, Roy. No, it's Scary Dave. Well, you know him. You love him. You know you'd kiss him if you had the chance. I don't, so I don't. Let's see. Oh, Primal Season 3. Holy shit, Spears is a zombie? No, this is pod racing. I mean, I haven't seen any of it, but you know what. What's this? Personal event art. I hope you'll be happy again. Just ongoing, Chiquita. Yeah, this is some nice art. Mia older. Why does she look like a fucking mob boss? Jesus. Why does she still have the same haircut, though? That is not natural. I love my mother-in-law. The peak of Snoot game. Where is this? Cyberpunk, but with Snoot. What? Anon may carry a knife, but he ain't no gangster. Poor guy. Man, look. Fang and Anon at 20 years old. Man, I like that Fang. She looks a bit like Amber. She looks very young in like a really weird way. But I dig it. I like that it keeps the same look, but it's a bit less goofy. Because I will say this, Fang from Goodbye Vaquero and everything, that outfit does feel like it's trying to be a show outfit, which is really weird that they have like the dress-up scene. I don't know, man. Like, I just got opinions. Olivia jump scare. Oh no! That blanket's not long enough. Happy 4th Snootversary. 4th? I'm 3 years apart then, huh? Skit's art. Except for some reason her clothes adhere to her body in a way that makes no fucking sense. You just drew a naked one and drew clothes on it, man. Just admit it. Goth Schizo. Jesus, that's a neat style. It's a lot of belts, though. I can't imagine putting on that many belts. I just want to go to school, but I gotta put on all these belts. Acrylic stand up. What the fuck, Fang? You don't have nipples? I don't know, you fucking retarded. I'm a reptilian. Oh, no. No female presenting nipples. That means you can post it on Tumblr. What the hell is this from that Superman one? What the hell? This could be us. Me a sketch. To be honest, I have a soft spot for the Reddit ones because the Reddit ones do tend to have a little bit more conversation going on, and also tend to be like sometimes fan projects and stuff too. Ooh, these are some interesting styles. I like this style. God, I'd love to see a game in this style. I love. Is that Reed? The thing, man. These are cool. These are damn cool. The animatic. Huh. Search research animation its key sequences. Which is ironic, because Goodbye Volcano High wanted to be a fucking animated series. Fucked it up! Oh, this looks interesting, at least. Crossover nobody asked for. What the... What the hell is this Fang? What the hell is going on with these guys? Oh! This kid is a production. Early shift. What the fuck is early shift? Let's take a look. We moved down south 2 months ago. Between the lectures, the Largos tried to school to switch to somebody didn't expect life to change. So we meet Copper, an alligator, works at the local Shell. You can't just use that brand! It's first is all of a sudden a small town in Florida. Fucking Florida! What's going on here? Let me look at these previews. You know, Judge, we're probably the kind of guy who spends his weekends monster truck rallies and loitering at McDonald's parking lots. Why is he so damn handsome? Jet Fuel 80s fix. Hold up. What's this? Cryptid alligator. 3 miles away looking for... What a loser. State temporary license. Enter your information. Name, gender, and species. Wait a minute. You can be an actual furry? That's just weird, man. I'm okay with scalies that have weird anatomical details done correctly. But I draw the line. This looks cute. This looks cute. That's all I'll say. But like I said, until someone kicks me in the ass, we're not doing shit. Collect my crowbars. Without a Swift kicking my ass, nothing gets done around here. I'm sorry to tell you, buddy. It's just how I work. Ugh. Don't care much for the hots and the nudes, because I sure do. Just a boy who loves pterodactyls. Listen. What the hell is this comic? Fang, who's that little girl? Your cousin or something? I don't know. I found her in the morning when I was walking. Setting on my mummer. This happens before the rooftop scene. Isn't there like a fic that does something like that? Or like she shows up in the past? I feel strange just looking at her. I feel like if you went back before your parents had you, I don't think they would give a shit. Like, a lot of what makes a mother attached to a child is raising the child and birthing the damn thing. And the same goes, I guess, for your dad. Like, the process is part of it. I think that if you just showed up with a... Like, you need to understand that if someone just shows up with a random kid, right, if it's not your kid, you still have the daddy feelings for it. So, like, I personally feel that if your kid just shows up in the past before anything's ever happened, you don't even know what the dad is, it's like... I don't think he would give a shit. I think he'd just be like, fucking weirdo. Anon, you bastard. Don't fake dementia. Who is this sassy lost child? I love these stupid 3D models they got. The little ball hands. Called me dude. She told me Anon was a father. Uncle Ness. I love this stupid comic. Goddamn. It's so dumb. And there's more. It's a long day at school. Hiding a child from the future from other people. Amber's finally did not suffer serious injuries. What the I don't know, I was watching her daughter playing while you were away, and at some point I fell asleep and woke up the same age as her daughter. Dino Nuggies. Dino Nuggies. Anon, you poor man. I can't believe your wife is a small child. The feds are gonna love it. We don't have enough to make up charges. Oh, these little fridge magnets are adorable. Look at those big... Stop looking at me with them big old eyes. Brushing Megan, covering... Man, that's a nice comfy sweater. Damn. Amber's Nightmare Spooky Month. I can't believe Amber got fucking haunted. Snook game if it was made by Jaunty Web. Holy shit, these designs are... What the hell happened to Mia? Man, I like these dinosaur designs. They got so much more character to them. I thought... They're all so giant, though. Oh, that Naomi, though. I just like that combination. Listen, I got a soft spot for turtlenecks as it is. Holy shit, that Olivia looks like she could roll over a car. Although, so does Stella. I like that Rosa's smaller, and Stella's the huge one now. God damn. This is nice. Man, I like that. It's also the belt, by the way. I feel like belts do not get enough integration into outfits as like a little fashion accessory. I love the Anon look. It's wearing fucking sweatpants. God damn! Oh, these designs are awesome. I just love that they got more character to them. I love that Fang actually looks like they're trying to be non-binary instead of the weird in-between where the creators obviously just couldn't commit out of their consciousness. Thanks, Scary Dave. I hope your post shows up in my chat. Not the chat, but the thing. I'm gonna add a comment, maybe that'll help. Discoverability. It's under the latest community post, because that's just how it works, I guess. That was neat! What'd I miss? Don't worry about little Snoot fan. There's enough goon art on Buru to last your entire life. Spider. Oh. Get somewhere me out, this boy's hungry. Encore say they're 90% done. That was 2 months ago. They'd probably get upset if I mentioned it. Oh boy! How is Encore... What's their last Twitter post? Let's look at X. What's the last thing they posted? October 8th. But these are all like shares. I want their fucking posts, man. I don't want their goddamn reposts of shit. There's a little comic we did with our talented actors. None of the actors are me, so they're not talented. I don't want to hear it. Where's the last update? There we go. Long time no see. We're back with an update regarding our progress. We can say that our base game is 90% done thanks to our magnificent background artist, who also knows that working day and night on a day and night variations of our sprites instead of just using overlays, I guess. These are neat. I don't know if 90% feels optimistic, though. Why does Anon's shirt a button up with one button that he's unbuttoned? Why is the Flintstones there? I don't know how to feel about this. I still do not know where Snook Game Encore falls. I mean, I'm not even doing things like devlog, which are like things the community is interested in. I just feel like I'm floating outside of that, but you know what I mean. I don't know, man. That's a cute Stella, though. Wait, what's this? After 5 months of work, this is the demo version of 4 chapters in full dubbing by our voice actors.
Ah, there you...
Hold up. I need to listen to this, and I can't have you guys listening in because I don't want to get in trouble. Hold up. Oh god, that is not Ben. I do like that Mia. That's more on point. Listen, I can only imagine Ben as either A, the vaguely Japanese accent I gave him, even though he is obviously Mike Dawson, or 2, as Mike Dawson. Get Mike Dawson! This is not a great line read. I don't like this. This dub does not sound great. If this is the stuff they're showing off aplenty. Cybertronian Fang, that just looks like any other fucking dinosaur, man. I don't know how to feel about this. Anna! My apologies for sending it to the community post. I don't know what It's fine, Dave. We need more Sage. Less Sage isn't acceptable. Sage isn't in anything. That's the problem. I keep forgetting Sage exists, even though I like Sage. My bet is that Encore is going to flop like as Fallout the Frontier. I feel like I've heard of Fallout Frontier. This dub does look like something I want to try out. I don't know. It's not streamable, though, so I do it on my own time. I don't know. I'm curious about Encore, but I feel that the big problem with Encore is like, what can you really do? They've added characters and stuff, and I do feel that some work needs to be done to make this. Like I've already said, the beginning is not. If we are going to get onto an opinion piece of Safi T. Crook explains why he wants to suck. If we have to get into a long and boring explanation on whose dick I want to suck and gotta suck to get things done around here, we will not get done today, okay? I feel like the big problem with Encore is that I don't like if you were to rewrite stuff, right? If you were going to make changes and you are going to commit to that, the problem is that your logistics pipeline looks like shit. You need to do voice. I don't know, man. That's a great question, though. Imagine I had infinite resources and I could remake it. What would I do with it? I mean, admittedly, the first thing I would do is I would make the setting more interesting and I would make the opening lines extremely punchy and just immediately make you go, oh, that's what this is about. Because, like I said, I feel like a good book starts off with a core premise. Maybe you could make a book about the plot twist at the end and about how the characters that don't know the plot twist have to deal with it and why it affects. I don't know, man. What a dingus. No food. What would I do with Snoot Game if I had all the money in the world and all the time in the world and I could just fart it out over in 24 hours like I was hatching an egg? Hmm. I'd probably get rid of the endings though. I feel like the endings get in the way. I would probably go with something more metaphysical and have Anon imagine the endings, like kind of down the line or something. I don't know. I can't even finish my own fucking stories, man. Let alone this. No shit. Fuck. I didn't mean to click that. What the hell? Anyway, we're done for today. I forgot to stop the recording. Great. Good job. I'm worried about Encore. I just want Encore to release so that I can go through it and we can say that great, we're done. Fun fact, on the PlayStation Store, there's a section celebration of the LGBT. You get the idea. One of the games there suggests it's Goodbye Volcano High. I don't get it. My problem with that, right, is that none of the characters in Goodbye Volcano... The problem is that none of the characters in Goodbye Volcano High have a proper plot arc that focuses on them being LGBT. Fan could be fucking anyone and the story still works. The parents could still be like, oh, you're a punk kid, we're not okay with that. Like, very few things. And I know about Sage and about Rosa, but those are side elements. They're not explored. We don't even fucking talk to their parents. We talk to barely any parents who are like the parents are constantly pointed out as being important to these LGBT kids' lives, and we don't talk about them. What the fuck are you doing? But much of that story isn't about any of that. Like even Nasser's like, I think I might be queer. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? This story has like the most token LGBT characters I've seen in my life, and it's so depressing. I want better. No. Anna needs a strong boyfriend with golden eyes. We know who it is. We know who it is. Shit, where'd it go? Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Come on, cut Nigel. I just want Encore to come out so we can move past it. Right? It's like Silk Song. It's like you want it to come out so you can just move past it in your life. I don't want this to occupy my brain. Not that it does, because I keep forgetting Encore exists. I am not, in fact, that bothered by it. But I feel like at a certain point, I want these people to get let go and just do their own thing afterwards. Figure something else out. Negative 1D. My problem, like, the problem is that Sage shows up very little and talks about how they have this big moment and they have a proper fucking character moment that makes sense. That's kind of well written. And I'm like, you're not building on this. You're not continuing this. This comes out of nowhere and then never gets a, like, it's so, oh. It's like you're watching a shitty fucking comedy routine and suddenly they pull out the most majestic Shakespeare and then they stop and go back to the shitty comedy routine and you're like, what the fuck was that? Why did this happen? I'll let go when I find something worthy of my time. So far, I got nothing. Oh. I'll swear one of these days I'll have one of those brainstorms and I'll rewrite the entirety of Goodbye Vacato High. Not hard to do. I've considered doing it, but then I'm like, I don't like the reason I don't want to do it is because I like magical settings too much. I like that kind of shit too much, and it's like I would get bored and distracted and stop, which is like half the battle in these situations. So, with that, I would like to say that I think we're done for today. Next week we'll do chapter 3. So far, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be 100% honest, right? I'm gonna be 100% fucking honest here. I'm not optimistic. It's not a bad chapter, but I have some serious issues with the pacing and the fact that it's mostly a repeat of what we already know. Like, nothing new got introduced, nothing new happened. We just got a chapter, right? And the momentum slows a lot as a result. And I feel like, I don't know. I mean, on the plus side, we're apparently like a sixth of the way in because we only have 12 chapters, which is nice that it's not forever. But if this is the pace, I don't know if 12 chapters is enough. See you guys next week when we go to chapter 3 and we're going to be 25% done with this. Ain't that just fucking weird? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Come on, Cotton Eye Joe. Huh. What the hell? Why is there a... What if my thingy here update, but the chat didn't... Oh my god, is it eating stuff? No. One good moment, back to the writer's barely disguised fetish. There it is. Just took... So, I don't even know. See you guys next week! I'm gonna go and cough up a storm.